some cupcakes being handed out. How many are you willing to just say, I'm laying them and laughing across the board here? Couple of interesting games. Jeremy Pruitt, the new Georgia defensive coordinator, was on Alabama's staff when they lost to Louisiana Monroe in Nick Saban's first year. And UTEP safety Kelvin Fisher started his career at Arkansas, I guess, to tackle his former mates. How much does that play into the outcomes of the games? Not much, I don't think.
When Friday's sun went down over Razorback Stadium, you knew the long wait was soon over. That glow across the southern landscape, there's only one day anticipated perhaps more than any other. Sunrise on the season. The only season that really matters. When off flips to in, and where we take you inside every spot you need to be. Today, the SEC is set to unleash its power punch from Athens with Chubb and the Dogs to the new coach at the Swamp to LSU in the Hat and Arlington, Texas. Last year's title town, this year's Bama debut. Everyone is ready. These fans are ready. Pig Suey is going to roar. Football is back.
Tom, wake up. Football's back.
What?
Wake up. Football's back.
Football's back! Football's back! Football's back!
Ah, football is here. I've been waiting 8 months for football season.
I'm so glad football season is finally here.
Yeah, this is going to be great.
Really, Stench?
The wait is over. It's game time. SEC football is back.
Welcome to the Swamp, and guess what?
SEC football is back. Go Cats. It's football time in Tennessee.
It's about time. Football is back. Are you ready for some football?
Perhaps you haven't heard. Football. Football. We are back. The party is going on. And in its extended 3-hour version of SEC Nation.
Live from the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. Welcome to SEC Nation. Presented by AT&T.
I think I'll say that every opening football weekend for the rest of my life. Football.
Turn up, Joe.
I mean Spears.
Turn up. Let's
How
go.
long were you waiting for this
I
right
got
here?
goosebumps, man.
Year
I'm
2
ready to roll.
of SEC Nation. We are at Hog Heaven, just beyond Razorback Stadium at Victory Village. We are so glad you're waking up with us. Calling the Hogs, one of the great traditions in college football.
You look like you're ready to roll.
I'm ready to call the Hogs.
Let's go.
Oh, no.
You guys ready?
Here we go.
Razorbacks. Yeah. It's a screen there.
There's a screen to avoid throwing things, Paul. That's why.
Can we please get some plastic hat tossing lessons to the left of the set?
I was so fired up.
I'm fired up.
Can we please work on the arm over there at the end of the set?
That was exhausting.
I don't even know if that hit the screen.
Here's guys that hopefully can throw better than Paul throws a plastic hog hat. There were 7 teams who knew their quarterback situation going into fall camp. You got Brandon Allen, you got Tolles, Prescott, Matty Mock. They started every game last season. Hey, let's take a look at what's one of a kind here at Arkansas, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Tusk. Good old Tusk. Everywhere you go, they honor Tusk. 300 pounds of glory. The first hog to be raised from birth to be the Razorback mascot. Every time Arkansas scores a point, he gets the amount of points on the scoreboard in grapes.
Oh,
they pay him off in grapes. Oh, we love some Tusk.
Healthy eater.
There's lots of lions and tigers and bears, but there's only one Razorback. In our opinion, the greatest live mascot there is, and that's Tusk 4. a football game for us consists of about a 16-hour day. Of course, we load up, and of course, we live in Dardanelle, which is a little over 2 hours from the game, and we drive up to the game, which is just an amazing trip because a lot of the fans are coming up. They're driving up on the interstate, taking pictures, and I always say he's a camera hog, literally, because if he sees somebody, he walks over the trailer so he can get his picture. I always tell people, if you ever want to know what it's like to travel with a rock star, just hang around us a little bit. You'll find out. See it. See it. See it. All right. Good boy. Good boy. He weighs about 300 pounds. He eats a grain diet that we mix up for him here on the farm. It's a mixture of whole kernel corns and finisher and ground corn, which is called chops. Now, when we're on the road, he gets a snack food of grapes and apples. He looks forward to game day because he's going to get his grapes, he's going to get his apples, he's going to get a Razorback win, and he's going to get his belly rubs. The fans, the kids, they just love him and seeing Razorback fans, kind of get to know the cheerleaders. And they always tell me the greatest part of this whole Razorback experience was riding Tuss inside the trailer. Play in the mud? Go play in the mud? She likes it out there a lot better. I've always loved animals, and I've always loved the Razorbacks. And I found a way to put the two together, so I'm kind of sitting in hog heaven also.
Now, remember when Paul will sometimes kiss the live mascot when we go to certain... why is he not with Tuss?
You should absolutely kiss Tuss.
Come on, Paul.
I'll kiss anyone.
Unless they're from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, yes, you will kiss anyone. We are at Victory Village right here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Oh, the boot. They got themselves the boot last year. Arkansas shut out LSU 17-zip. Their first SEC win under Brett Bielema. Won the boot for the first time since 2010. It was a special night at Razorback Stadium as they were celebrating. And then you know what they did to a top 10 Ole Miss team, 30-0. And after losing a close one to Mizzou, they went into the postseason and they just dominated Texas in the Texas Bowl, beating them 31-7. As we are thrilled to welcome good friend to SEC Nation, the big boss man, the head hog, head coach, Brett Bielema. First off, thank you for joining us on a game day.
Absolutely.
I'm always stunned that you give the time and you're so generous to do that. Always come relaxed.
Yeah.
You got the warm-up on. You're working the shorts today. Guaranteed flip-flops.
Correct. Very good bet.
Go start on Friday. Fashion sense, what do you make of the rookie's new custom sport?
I like a little Bob Barker Price is Right.
That was the look we're going for.
Yeah.
That's what I
Let's
was
make a
going
deal.
for.
I was behind
Absolutely.
screen number 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Open case number 21.
I love it. I love it.
Brett, tell me how you feel you're a better team taking the field right now than that team that we just saw beating Texas.
Well, and I hope we're at that point, but I do know this. We played really good ball at the end of the year, and a lot of that carried forward into where we're at now. Obviously, to have B.A. back as a fifth-year quarterback, a lot of really good players around him. We lost 4 players to the draft on just the defense side of the ball, so you were a little nervous there. But I would say, I used to always get this question, what's the biggest difference between the league I was in and coming to the SEC? And by far, to me, it's D-line depth. Not only the players that are on the field, but the guys that are waiting to come on the field. And for the first time, I think we're kind of there as a D-line, and I'm excited to see that come out today.
Coach, we've seen the hype videos in the stadium, lifting weights, guys hugging each other, jumping on each other. Why do you think this team is so close?
Well, they've been through a lot. I've always said that, everybody thinks scars are bad things. I think they're great things. They remind you of things you've survived. And our guys have a lot of scars on their heart, from things that happened way before I was here. For these fifth-year seniors, fourth-year players, they've seen some things that weren't talked about on their recruiting visit. And to come together now in the way that they are should help them get through some real tough moments.
Coach, we watched you all last year talk about this team earning wins and learning how to win, and you guys were able to put that together at the end of the last season. What is that? For folks that always question what is earning a win or learning how to win, what is that to you?
We have 5 edges, Marcus, and our 5th one is you earn everything in life. And, a lot of times when you're 18 to 22 years old, the biggest thing you've ever bought in your life is an iPhone or a video game or a throwback jersey or Jordans. What I try to teach them when they come here is you earn everything you get. Those close losses, we earned those. We didn't do enough to win them. But in the end, when we beat Ole Miss, when we beat LSU, beat Texas, they did enough to earn those victories, and that's how it came about.
Coach, you talked about beating Texas, and listening to you talk about that, I've got to tell you, I've never said this to a man, is borderline erotic.
Did you see the sign? Did you see the sign, Brett, out here? Did you see? Look at the monitor right there, Brett. Look at that monitor right there.
Very nice.
Flowers and Phylon aren't up front anymore. You mentioned losing guys to the NFL. Spate's not there. Give me the guys to look for on the defensive side, because the way I think the great untold story last year is the way the defense finished up down the stretch.
Absolutely. First, I feel really good about our staff. Rob Smith's done a great job. Came in, hired Vernon Hargraves, added with Clay Jennings and Roy Segrist. Those guys have put players in the right position. I'm very excited to see. We have a DN battle in Jermichael Winston and Dietrich Wise. At the other side, we got two players, Tevin Beanham and Jeremiah Ledbetter. That those four guys, whenever they're out there, are going to give us everything. We got some big guys in the middle. DeMarcus Hodge, about 340. Got a young man from Denmark. And Denmark's not a little town in the middle of Arkansas you never heard of. It's Denmark, like Denmark.
He's not pickling fish. No. He's playing football, right?
He just turned 18. He was 295, going to run like a deer. So we're excited about those guys inside. And you know, we moved to Martrell Spate's spot. We took Brooks Ellis, who really did a nice job for us last year, moved him to Will, and I think he's going to do some good things.
And for those who don't follow assistant coaching moves, Vernon Hargraves, that's Vernon Hargraves Sr. That's dad from Hill House High School in New Haven, Connecticut. There wasn't a transfer from Florida that came into play.
Although we would take him.
Anybody would. What are we in store for today with UTEP?
You know, I really admire their program. You know, coaches come in there and instilled a lot of the same things I believe in, you know, and, you know, they're going to run the football. Number 29 is a very, very good football player. They've had some transition. O-line is kind of their baby, kind of like what we do. So defensively, they're pressure oriented. You know, bring a lot of different pressures everywhere on the field at all times. So it's been a unique preparation for us, but one that I think our guys are locked into.
Coach, I know we've been having serious football talk, but you brought the juice with the kicks at SEC Media Days. Now you've told the guys that y'all wearing white cleats. What is that all about?
You know, I've been hearing that. You know, as a head coach, I've never had anything but black cleats. Kind of a little old school, but they've been talking about it, and it does make a difference. You know, I kind of took temperature-wise, so I kind of listened to science and a little bit of reason, and they're pretty excited about it.
More science or swag?
Swag. Swag, hands down.
For me, I'm trying to go to the science factory. Really
swag works. Hey, Brett, listen, we chose Arkansas to come here for week one. Great energy here, great fans. You got good momentum. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, man.
Great seeing here at Victory Village as Brett Bielema will lead Arkansas onto the field. The Hogs, they made the College World Series for the 8th time. Of course, Andrew Benintendi won the Golden Spikes Award, National Player of the Year. Bobby Portis, an SEC Player of the Year, and a first-round draft pick by the Bulls. Brandon Allen will be making his 26th career start today. Most among all active SEC quarterbacks. Experience matters. Allen had the second-best touchdown-to-interception ratio in the conference last season. Only committed one turnover in his final 6 games. Our quarterback with the Hogs quarterback.
Brandon, you've had some ups and downs over the course of your career, but you've steadied the course, man. You really finished last season on a high note. How have you embraced the ups and downs over the course of your career?
You know, I think the ups and the downs, all of it's learning experience. Especially at the quarterback position, we went from, you know, I came here as a freshman, we were on top, doing really well, and then went to a low valley down there. But I think you learn from everything and just makes you a better player.
You guys finished so well last season. You come into this year with some expectations. How have you changed your approach going into your senior season?
You know, I think that you just advance everything you're doing. All the expectations, you know, as a team, we have higher expectations for ourselves. So all the outside speculation and all that really just doesn't affect us too much.
From year 1 to year 2 as a starter, the physical improvement was off the charts, footwork especially. What have you worked on this offseason?
More footwork, a lot better in my pocket presence. You know, a couple times, you know, I'm my biggest critic when I'm watching film, so a couple times I see myself in the pocket, I don't like it, so, you know, a lot of footwork again, a lot of pocket presence stuff, and that's all going to translate on the field.
What's it like playing for Brett Bielema?
Love it. He's so awesome to play for. He's just a great guy. You know, he's a guy you want to win for. He's a guy that you want to go to practice, you want to go to games with, and you want to do battle just because of the guy he is.
When you have a running game to be able to rely on like you do, How does that help you as a passer to be aggressive down the field?
You know, it opens it up. It really does. You know, play action passes. Anytime you can be quick running the ball and you can be effective running the ball, all it's going to do is just open up the passing game down the field.
When you leave Fayetteville, how do you want to be remembered?
You know, I want to go out on top. You know, I really do. I think, ask any of the seniors, you want to leave on a high note. You want to leave this program on a high note for the new guys coming in to continue that tradition, and I think that's what we're all playing for.
Good conversation there, Greg. Brandon Allen and Kyle Allen. Got a lot of Allens playing quarterback in this conference. Of course, both wear number 10. Kyle's about an inch taller. It's total wins for Arkansas this year. Total wins for Arkansas this year.
10. You give it a 10?
I'll give them 10. 10 wins, says Greg McElroy.
Double digits, baby.
I'm going 9 wins for Arkansas. And they could be very sneaky coming off a bye week going up to play Auburn. That's my flip game that potentially.
We got a lot of football ahead. Listen, they tempted us. They brought a dunk tank to SEC Nation. We couldn't resist. The mouth of the South. It is payback for Paul. Paul's payback. Look at Feinbaum here. You got it working? Are you ready for this, Feinbaum?
You finna get it.
This
Paul
is Kevin.
Feinbaum.
Kevin's been selected because of this sign.
Let's go,
Kevin.
You're up.
You get the chance for payback at Paul. Payback at Paul, Kevin.
Let's go. Let it rip.
Come on, Kev. Let's go.
Let's go, Kev. Let it rip, man. Oh, three-step drop.
Good drop.
Come on, Kev. Get after it. One more shot, quick, man. One more shot. Go. Go. Come on, Kev. One more, man. One more.
Settle in. Don't let the lights get you.
We got you.
Come on, man. Let's go, Kevin. Let's go. Rip away. Come on, rip away. Throw, bro. McElroy, take care of things here.
Here, bro. Oh.
Come on, McElroy. Spears.
Give me that.
He's in the water. Good art, Paul.
What a sport. That looks like a wet muskrat in there. Hey, enjoy your games. Payback for Paul. I love it. You're going to think twice when you say all that stuff now. SEC Nation from Arkansas, we've had a lot of fun. Don't worry, we've got towels. We don't need a hair dryer. You're all set, my man. Enjoy your day on the SEC Network.
On the ground and another 6 to 7 through the air. If we're talking about this offense doing things in the second half, we're going to be mentioning Aaron Jones a lot today.
Jay Maddox has it on the tee for UTEP. Arkansas won the toss. They elected to receive, so we'll see that Brandon Allen-led offense right away. And the 2015 season is underway here in Fayetteville. Setback, Brandon Allen under center. And the first play from scrimmage is a play-action pass. Allen fires it out, caught at the 29, and there is Keon Hatcher. Cody Walker into the game now as the fullback. And Allen wants to pass again, looking to the far side of the field. He's got Hatcher again out at the 43-yard line. Keon Hatcher. Play fake. Allen rolling out. Comes to the near side. There's Jeremy Sprinkle, the tight end.
He may take a shot at the end zone.
I think a quick strike to the flat. Stiff arm after the catch, and look at Drew Morgan go. Touchdown, Arkansas. Great play after the catch, and Morgan goes up the sideline for the first touchdown of the year. Brandon Allen 4 for 4 on that series as Arkansas out to a great start in 2015. 2013 after a redshirt year. Hands off, Hughes again driven back in the backfield. That's a loss of 3.
DeMarcus Hodge does such a great job. He just beat Will Hernandez right off the snap count. He goes inside. Nobody there to put a hand on.
3rd and 10. Allen has time. Throws. It's caught. Complete at the 35. There is Hatcher for the first down.
Terrific time in the pocket. He's looking down the middle of the field is Allen, and then he pulls the trigger. Talked about the accuracy, but the offensive coordinator, Dan Enos, had to go back and reteach how to run routes, and that was a downhill.
At 6'2", 256 comes in. Allen complete. Hunter Henry, the tight end. Bouncing off bodies.
The first down maker, and hopefully he'll be a touchdown maker for the Razorbacks on this drive. Just a good job of finding a small opening to the short side of the field. Another accurate throw by Brandon Allen, but
Allen going deep toward the end zone again. There's Hatcher. Touchdown, Arkansas. It's about Arkansas having that run-first identity, but Allen already 2 touchdown passes today. And here's Jones again. There was no running room that time. Expectations this offseason. So far, they're living up to them. 2 possessions, 2 touchdown drives. From the 41. It's Cornelius again, a quick hitter. And he gets loose. Touchdown, Cornelius. A 59-yard play. All Cornelius after he slipped a tackle. Brandon Allen having a day. He's got 3 touchdown passes.
59 yards later, it's 21-3, and the Hogs are rolling. Got a little bit of a wrinkle out of the playbook by offensive coordinator Patrick Higgins. Golden finds the end zone, and we've got an escort for the Miners to get that 6 points.
Collins with the stiff arm at the 30. He's got the first down and more. To the 49 of
one against the weakness, and that's the secondary.
They are going to throw. Allen going deep. Keon Hatcher out there. Touchdown. His second touchdown catch, and he beats Kalon Beverly for the second time.
The offensive coordinator, they're going to take advantage of those playmakers again. You get momentum back on your side with those chunk yardage plays, and that relationship, Allen to Hatcher. Throw 6 in a game, you got to be right up there at the top of the list. It's way too early, but it's one of those things. That defensive line, you got 8 guys.
Another reverse, and again it's Atre Golden. This time, he's bottled up, but there is a penalty marker in the backfield. Here in the half. Now this Arkansas defense is rolling now. Got Beverly again. They're going to hand it off to Collins, and he finds a seam. Breaks a tackle. 2 men to beat. Gets to the sideline. Knocked out. And that's how the half ends. How about that run by Alex Collins, and Deshaun Smith, the free safety, finally ran him down to here, but Alex Collins nearly got into the end zone for the 5th time today for the Hawks. A 69-yard run at the end. 28-10 at the half.
Good job.
Establishing the line of scrimmage. It's 53 rushing yards in the first half, and that's intercepted. Batted out of the air and then picked off by Andre Tolliver.
Which pulled it down to try to avoid him. He tries to move and get a clear passing lane to the outside, but Tolliver tips the ball to himself, and now the Razorbacks, they're teeing it up inside the 10-yard line offensively.
Tolliver, the sophomore out of Louisiana. Collins behind him. He's away from center. It will be Collins on the run. Battles his way into the end zone for a touchdown. His first of the year. Far, it's Andre Tolliver with a terrific interception. And Collins does the dirty work. Jones in the backfield with Leftwich on 3rd down and 4. He'll flare it out. Jones makes the catch, and he's cut down at the 16.
Watch the recognition of the pass to the flat, and then the blur of a red jersey on the tackle.
DJ Dean is going to try his hand on the punt return. It's muffed in the backfield, and Arkansas trying to jump on it inside the 5. All 256 pounds of him. He's going to get the carry. And he pulls his way in for a touchdown. That is a load to bring down. Cody Walker, his first touchdown of the day. Did last year. Another mistake in the punt game. And great field position again for Arkansas. Punt unit.
And that looked like a design
I think you're
fake,
right.
and the snap just went over the up back's head.
Allen fakes the handoff, rolls out to the near side, dumps it off to Sprinkle. Big Jeremy Sprinkle bouncing off tacklers inside the 10, down at the 7-yard line.
Let's go for big plays. This time it's play action. You overload to the wide side. You finally sneak out the 6'6" junior tight end and Sprinkle, and he breaks a couple tackles now.
Come on for a 19-yard field goal attempt. Hedlund, the highest rated kicker out of high school in 12 years as an NFL O-line coach. He's an intense man. Jeremiah LaFossa.
He's going to be right here. Watch him meet the running back in the hole and square his shoulders up, and there's nowhere to go. I mean, that's just, you can't coach it.
Johnson looking to throw, but the pocket collapses around him and he's spun down by DeMarcus Hodge. UTEP hasn't scored since the second quarter. That lands incomplete for Mac Leftwich.
Let's see what the fourth holds for the Razorbacks.
Standing at the 10-yard line. Clean snap, short punt. He does drop it inside the 20. Ball is loose as Needham lost it. Arkansas recovers. Out of the hold of Matt Emmerich.
To a quarterback.
Go, right there. Zone read. Johnson will hand it off to LaFossa, and he stood up.
Interior line at linebacker, maybe they are. And Wisconsin maybe at a little bit of a disadvantage. You lose Melvin Gordon, and you replace him with Corey Clement.
Another sack. 14 for 18, 308, and 4 touchdown passes was Allen today. They'll go to Little Rock to host Toledo next week. 48-13 the final. Coming up at the top of the hour, Louisiana Lafayette and Kentucky. Now let's get back to the studio. Brendan Fitzgerald and Charles Arbuckle. So long from Fayetteville.